example. So here we have a proof. Okay, we're going to write a two-column proof. Our given statements is that measure of angle ABC is equal to measure of angle DEF or DFE. Okay, this should actually be DEF. DEF. Measure of angle 1 equals measure of angle 4. And we want to prove that measure of angle 2 is equal to measure of angle 3. Okay, so remember my column here is going to be statements. My column here is going to be reasons. So remember my first step is going to be the given statements. So measure of angle ABC equals measure of angle DEF. And then the reason for that is going to be given. Number 2. Okay, well, let's look at this real quick, or think about this. I have that this big angle is equal to this big angle, right? They have the same measures. And this part, okay, this angle is equal to this, the measure of this angle. And then I want to prove that the other part of it is going to be equal to this part, right? So remember when we have a bigger angle and we want to break it down into its parts, okay? Because that's what we're doing, right? We're dealing with the big angle with its parts. And same thing on this side. Then we want to use angle addition postulate because that's what breaks it down from its whole to its parts. So measure of angle ABC equals measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 2, right? Measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 2 equals this big thing. And same thing for the other one. So measure of angle DEF equals measure of angle 4. Measure of angle 4 plus measure of angle 3. And the reason, okay, is angle addition postulate. Now from here, since I know that measure of angle 1 is equal to measure of angle 4, and I want to prove that these two are equal to each other, I can just make this whole thing equal to this whole thing. So I'm going to use step 1, and I'm going to replace, okay, all of this with its parts, okay? So this is the formula, this, right? That's step 1. Step 1 measure of angle ABC is equal to measure of angle DEF. So I'm going to replace measure of angle ABC with its parts, which is this. And then replace all that with its parts there. And the reason is going to be substitution, okay, property. I can write equality. Okay? And then, again, measure of angle 1 and measure of angle 4 are equal to each other, so I can just replace one of them with the other. So I just replace this with measure of angle 4. Right, because it's given, and I should actually write that too for here, because this is another given statement, measure of angle 1 equals measure of angle 4. So since they're equal to each other, I can just replace, right, one for the other. And whenever I do that, that's also substitution property. Running out of room. Okay, then here, since these two are the same, I can just subtract it out, right? If I subtract it out, then measure of angle 2 equals measure of angle 3. And right here, this is subtraction. Okay, so subtraction property of equality. Okay, and is that my proof statement? Yes, it is. So I am done. Okay, so remember to always keep in mind, because from here you can go a lot of different directions. You can make a left, you can make a right, you can take any direction. It depends on your destination. Where are you trying to get to? You're trying to get to this right here, right? So you're trying to get to this statement right here. You have to lead it from this step to this step. So maybe after you write your given statement, or before you even start, just kind of look at it and be like, okay, well, if I want to get from here to here, what steps do I have to take? What do I have to do? Okay. And once your last statement is the same as this right here, then you are done. Okay. So that's it for this lesson. Thank you for watching Educator.com. We'll see you next time.